Hi, my name's Sean. Welcome to GuitarReferenceGuide.com. Today we're going to go through Robben Ford's guitar solo for the song Help the Poor. You can find it on his Talk to Your Daughter record. In this video I've created a series of 30 licks. Some of these licks are more like phrases. In other words, a series of licks within them. Some of them have a lot of notes. I did this to consolidate. At the end of this video I'm going to play the whole solo start to finish. And on my website you can find an accompanying PDF that has a chart for the chord progression and the chords. In addition to this video, I've created a reference video that just has the guitar solo in time start to finish and at 3/4 time. You can find this on my YouTube channel or on my website. Robben Ford is one of my absolute favorite contemporary blues guitarists. He's a virtuoso whose playing is dynamic, exciting, and very unique. Although he's mostly a blues guitarist, in many of his phrases you can hear a strong jazz influence and very deep harmonic content in relation to the chords. So I hope you enjoy this guitar lesson on how to play Robben Ford's solo for Help the Poor, and I hope you learn some great licks from this. Have a great day, and thanks for visiting us at GuitarReferenceGuide.com. Alright, so I'm going to start with lick number 1, really slowly. And then you're going to give it vibrato. Lick number 1, let me try that again. It starts with a pickup right before the chords come in, so this lick kind of brings you into the first section of the solo. So the first lick starts like this. It's a half step bend, which means that you just bend up 1 fret, release, pull off, 12, back down to 12 on the G string, 10th fret on the G string, bend down a 1/4 step, and then you're going to go 12, 10, 12, and then you're going to hammer 10 to 12. Really slowly. And then you're going to give it vibrato. Lick number 1. The second lick is going to sound like this. I'm going to play it real slow, then take you through it. Great lick if you're playing in D minor. We're going to start at the 9th fret, bend a half step release, then we're going to slide from the G string, back to the 5th fret, 7th fret, hammer 5 to 6, then we're going to shift our fingers so we can do a pull off from 5 to 3 on the D string, 5th fret on the A string, and then you end the lick on vibrato with your index finger. Real slow. Last time. So if you feel like you get it, you just build the speed up. Lick number 3, I'm going to play it really slow and then take you through it a step at a time. You start with a hammer, then a pull off on the D string from the 3rd fret to open, 5th fret, pluck it, open, then we slide from 5 to 7 on the D, 5, 7, 6, 7, 5, 7, come back down on 7, little vibrato, to 9, pull off, half step bend. Last time, slow. At tempo, lick number 3. Lick number 4. Really slow. We start with the 8th fret with our 3rd finger. We pluck it really quickly. Then we do a half step bend and release to the 6th fret with our index finger. 7th fret with our 2nd finger on the G string. 3rd finger is going to slide from 8 to 10 and then give it vibrato. Again, slow. Then we're going to go 8 on the high E string, 10 on the high E string, hammer, pull off, 8 to 9 to 8, 8, and then hammer. And then the last part of the lick is 8 to 10. In time. Lick number 5 is very similar to the first part of lick number 4. Also D minor pentatonic. We're going to bend up a half step at the 8th fret. And then you're going to slide with your index finger like that. One more time, really slow. Half step bend. Release to 6th, 7th fret. Index finger slides to the 8th fret. One more time. Lick number 6. One more time. It's lick number 6. So after lick number 5, we have slide to 10, 13, a whole step bend on 13 at the B string, 10th fret, 13, 10, whole step bend, 10, 10 on B and high, pull off, 12, 12, pull off. Now we're going to come back to the G string and hammer. So here it is slow. From lick 5. One more time. It's lick number 6. Lick number 7. Really slow. One more time. Now this is implying a B flat 13 chord. You could also look at it as being B flat 7. We're starting at the 11th fret with our 2nd finger, bending up a half step. 10th fret, 12th fret, half step bend and release. 10, 13, 11, 13 on the G string. One more time, lick 7. So he's implying the dominant 7 chord there, the B flat dominant 7 chord. If you were to look at it, we basically have the arpeggio. 1, 3, 5, flat 7. 1, 3, 5. The scale, Mixolydian. So he's coming out of D minor to hit all those chord tones and scales within the B flat dominant 7 harmony. Lick number 8. One more time, really slow. Quarter step bend, whole step bend. tell now he's back to the D minor pentatonic licks. Whole step bend, come up to the high E string, 10th fret B string, slide to the 15th fret, quarter step bend, whole step bend on 15, hammer, 13, 15, 14, 15. 13 E string, 15 B string, 14 G string, and back to 15 vibrato. That's lick number 8. Lick number 9. One more time. Okay, so this is a minor pentatonic lick again. He's playing the 13th fret and the 13th fret, the B string and the high E string. Now he's holding down the high E string and bending up a whole step on the 13th fret of the B string. So that's what that first part of the lick should sound like. Then it's a straight pentatonic lick. 10th fret, pull off, whole step, pull off 13 to 10, 12, 12, pull off to 10, pull off 10, 12 to 10, 12. Now he's going to hammer from 10 to 11, back to 10, and then vibrato on 13 on the low E string. One more time, really slow. Again. That was lick number 9. What makes lick number 9 really cool is the way he uses the flat 5. He uses blues scale a lot, in other words throwing in the flat 5. So when he hammers, that's what gives it that really cool sound. And the double stop on the, or the double picking on the 12th fret of the G string. Lick number 10 also employs the blues scale. Here he starts at the 13th fret and slides into the pentatonic scale. Play it real slow, then we'll go through it a step at a time. One more time. Now what makes this lick unique is that he's jumping right to the flat 5 and leaving out the 5. So here we start with the flat 5, slide, pull off, 12th fret, 10th fret on the B string, quarter step bend on the G string, pull off on the D string. Now we jump right to the 11th fret. That's what makes this lick unusual and really cool. Slide, hammer, quarter step bend, and then vibrato on the 10th fret. A couple more times, real slow. A little faster. One more time, lick 10. Lick number 11, very much like lick number 2. Here it is slow. One more time. One more time. So for lick number 11, we start hammering from open A to the 5th fret, then we hammer from 3 to 5, all 16th notes, pull off, 3, open on the D string, 5th fret, open, slide to 7, 5, 7, quarter step bend. Now we're going to pull off 8 to 6, then a whole step bend on the 8th fret, and then you hold that. sets you up for lick number 12. One more time, really slow. One more time, a little faster. Last time. Lick number 12. Great lick. Minor pentatonic lick, throwing in the blues notes again. We start, play it slow and then take you through it. Lick number 12. One more time. Lick number 12. 5th fret, 8th fret, 8th fret, slide to 9 and back to 6. That's one motion. You pluck it once. Now, the first note is a grace note, so you have to go really quickly. 7th fret on the G string, 8th fret, index finger on the 6th fret, and a quarter, half note, a half step bend. One more time. Lick number 13. Very similar. We're going to use some of the same notes. Still all over D minor pentatonic. Now for this lick, half step bend, release, pull off, 7th fret, 8th fret, quarter step bend, pull off, 7 to 5, 7th fret, 5th fret, quarter step bend on the G string, hit the D string twice with vibrato. Now here he's implying the D chord with the A and the bass. Now he changes it up quite a bit. This shows you how he really follows the chord changes, plays through the chords versus just, playing through the whole key. Now he's going to, with his lick, imply an A7, sharp 9, sharp 5 chord. Here we go. It's one of the harder licks of the bunch, lick number 14. Pull off. Go again. So this is a great lick to use if you're playing over anything that's altered. Okay, so here, pull off from the 10th fret to the 7th fret to the 8th fret. Now he's going to pick straight through this. 8, 10, 11 on the D string, 10 on the G, 10 on the B, 8 on the high E, 8 on the B, 8 on the high E, 10 on the B, 10 on the G, 8 on the B, 10 on the G, 11, 10, 8, and then you slide over on the D. Now, when he gets to the end of this lick, he kind of pauses a little bit, or in the middle of the lick he pauses, so it sounds like this. That's where the pause is. Then the second group of notes. One more time, really slow. 8, 10, 11, 10, 8, slide over to 7, 9 to 7, back to 7 on the G string, 9th fret, 7th fret, half step bend on 9, 7th fret, vibrato. Here we go again. that's lick number 14. Lick number 15, we start by sliding, hammering into the 14th fret, 15th fret, back to the 14th fret, 15 twice, slide out. You're going to slide back all the way to 14, 15, 14 twice. That's lick number 15. Lick number 16. It's a great lick. This is here he's applying a B flat 13 chord again. So we start with the 13th fret. Lick 16, 13, 15, 12, you hold it down, hammer off 13, 15th fret with your pinky. Lick 16. One more time, real slow. This is implying again the B flat 7 chord. He's playing B flat 13, kind of the same thing, extension chord. So as you can see, the notes from the Mixolydian scale are being used. So the Mixolydian scale is real useful when you're playing blues. Lick number 17. We're going to hammer from 13 to 14, 15 on the B string, 13th fret on the high E string, 15th fret, half step bend, 13th fret, half step bend, 13, 15 again, no bending, 13, 15, 14, 15. Do that again. One more time. Half step bend, no bend. 13, 15, 14, 15. Here we go. Lick number 18. This is the last lick of the first solo. One more time. Now I'm going to play it slow. Okay, so we start still minor pentatonic, also employing the blues scale, the flat 5. So he starts by playing a dyad, these two notes, 10th fret. Then we pull off really quick, 13 to 10, like right away. Now we're going to do a pull off from 13 to 12 to 10. Now we're going to go to the 12th fret on the D string, come down to the G string on the 12th fret, back to the 12th fret on the D string, and vibrato on the 10th fret of the G string. One more time. So far we have the last part of the lick. It's going to be really quick. The first two notes are 16th notes, so we're going to go 12 to 10, and then back to 10. 10 on the B string, 10 on the G string, 12 on the D string, 12 on the A string, 10 on the D string, 13 on the A string with vibrato to end it. The last part of the lick, or the phrase, would be put it all together real slow. And that's lick 18. slash phrase 18. 'Cause within that phrase there are several licks. Lick number 19 brings us into the bridge. So for this one, we're going to start with the 12th fret. We're going to play a half step bend, which is 1 fret. And then you're going to stop the bend right away. Now we're going to come up to the 12th fret on the G string. You're going to do a whole step bend and release and have some vibrato. So next part of the lick, we go to the 13th fret, bend up a whole step, stop it from sounding, 13th fret, 10th fret on the high E string, to 13 to 15. So 10, 10, 13, 15 in vibrato. (13, 10, 10, 13, 15 vibrato to end number 19. So here we go again. It's still all over D minor. And that's number 19. Lick number 20. So this lick is also D minor pentatonic, adding the flat 5 again. So we start with a whole step pre-bend, release, pull off to 10 on the G string, 12th fret on the D string, 10th fret on the G string. Now you're going to hammer from 13 to 14 and give it vibrato on 14 with your second finger. Real slow. One more time. Number 20. Lick 21. So for this lick, we start with our third finger on the 20th fret of the B string, pinky on the 20th fret of the high E string. Keep our pinky down and we bend up a whole step on the B string. And then we're going to pluck the high E string. We're going to do 4/16 notes, down, up, down, up. So that's going to sound like this, real slow. Now after the first one, we're going to just bend this one string by itself, and then down, up, down, up. We're going to do that a total of 5 times, including the first one. So the first one, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's the same lick repeated 5 times in a row. And that's going to bring us into lick 22, which is a continuation of that same lick. Lick 22, same as many of the previous licks in 21, but this kind of ends the entire phrase. So this would sound like this. So that's the 6th. This actual phrase here, or this lick, would be the 6th lick within the series of these. Then we whole step bend from 20, release, pull off 19th fret with your second finger, third finger on 20, index finger on 18 with vibrato. And that's lick number 22. So 21 has 5 of these, including the first one where you play both of them. Do that 5 times, and on the 6th one is where we end it. That's 22. Lick number 23. We come to the 19th fret and we play. Lick number 23. So for lick number 23, we're playing the 19th fret, play it again, pull off, 19th fret, come back down to 19 with our index finger on 17th fret of the B string. We bend up a whole step. So whole step's 2 frets. So that'll be, one more time, real slow. And that would be lick number 23. Lick number 24. So for lick number 24, still all D minor, pentatonic, also employing the blues scale again. Start with our second finger at the 18th fret of the B string, slight bend, go to the 17th fret, 19, 18, 17, 15, 17, 17 on the A string, 15 on the D string, and that stops the first series of notes within this lick. So that will be using a flat 5 again, the blues scale. The second series of notes within the lick, we're going to play 17, 15, back to the flat 5, the 18, hammer to 19. So that will be 17, 15, 18, 19, 17, 19, 18, 19. So lick number 24, real slow. And that ends the lick, that last bend on 18. That's lick 24. Lick number 25 is one of the harder licks, a lot of notes in it, so here we go. Again. Very exciting lick. A lot of altered tones in there over the D, working into the A7, sharp 9, sharp 5. Okay, so we start with a 15th fret. We bend it up a half step, pull off 15 to 13, 15, 15, 15, 13 slides to 14, right into 17 with your pinky, 16 with your third finger, pull off to 15. So that's the first series of notes. Next series of notes, pinky's going to go to 16. You're going to pull off 14 to 12. To 12 on the B string, a pull off 15 to 14 on the B string. We work our way right up to the 16th fret on the G string, pull off to 14. One more time, so second series of notes. One more time. Last series of notes for this lick, number 25. We do basically a G arpeggio, 17, 16, 15, and 19. Be like a major 7 arpeggio. So far we have last two notes of that series of notes of lick 25, and that would be it. Do it one more time real slow. So after the arpeggio, you go to the 17th fret to the 20th fret, and that's where it ends. That's lick 25. Lick number 26 picks off, comes right after lick 25 really quickly. Starts on the same note, so we have one more time, lick 26. So we start 20, 17, 18, 16, 20 to 18 pull off, slide 18 to 17. We slide from 15 to 19 on the D string, 17 on the G string, 18 on the D string, back to 17 on the G string, and then we end on the 17th fret of the D string. One more time. That happens really quickly. Works great over any altered A7 chord. Touches on a lot of the altered tones in there. Lick number 27. One more time. So we start here, 10th fret with our index finger, pull off, 13 to 10, back to 15 with our third finger, vibrato, 12th fret, hammer, pull off to 13, 15, D string, 12th fret on the G string, 12th fret on the D string, and 15th fret on the D string, the vibrato to end the lick. 27. Number 28. One more time. We start by bending the 12th fret up a whole step. 10, 10 on the B and the high E string, slide into 15, vibrato. 13th fret, 15 half step M, 13, then 15 vibrato. One more time. Lick number 28. Lick number 29. So for this lick we slide into 18, go back to the 15th fret on the B string. Now we're going to bend up a whole step on the 18th fret and give it vibrato at the top. So when we get to the top of the bend, give it vibrato. Then we're going to go to the 17th fret, 16th fret, 15th fret, 18th fret, 15th fret. Nice chromatic line. Now we're going to do a step and a half bend, so that's 3 frets. So a good way to test it would be to move up 3 frets. That's our goal for bending. Then we're going to do a whole step, and then we're going to play the same note and just give it vibrato. 15th fret, 17th fret, 14th fret, 17th fret, 2 whole step bends. Then you hold it. That's lick 29. Lick number 30 is our last lick of the second solo. And here it goes. time. And that brings us into verse 4. For this lick, we pluck the 10th fret, pull off 13 to 10, whole step bend and release, pull off, 12th fret, 10th fret vibrato, and then 12th fret.